Hello. You're here because you're interested in buying a Planet X Tempest titanium gravel bike. I bought one a year ago, and in that time I've covered 4,500 miles. I've been up hills, I've been down dales, I've been on gravel, I've been on mud, I've been on single track. I've done it bike packing, I've done it unloaded, and I've done a full cycle tour including Land's End to John O'Groats, fully loaded. I'm going to give you my honest opinion on the bike, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm also going to explain if I think you should buy the bike, and if I had my time again, would I buy it? I'm in no way affiliated with Planet X, so my opinion is my own. I'm not being paid to say anything that I do say. So the observant amongst you'll notice, I'm on my bike today, but you know what? I don't need to be. The last review video I did of this bike when I purchased it, the only bit people watched was the bit on the bike and the bit of me actually telling them about the bike. Not the bike ride part. They're good. Cracking frame, cleans up well, very durable, rides beautiful. Plenty of mounts for pannier racks, cages, whatever you want to fit on it. I bought the SRAM Apex XPLR version for £1,600. Current price 1 year later, £1,600 minus a penny. So that's pretty good. So to give you an idea, the Tempest Ti with AXS, the electronic SRAM group set, £1,899 at the minute on Planet X website on sale. The equivalent Sonda Ti, the Camino Ti, which is a fantastic bike, £2,949. That's a massive saving, isn't it? 1,100 quid. From Ribble, the equivalent gravel Ti bike, frame only, £1,549. Now that really does make you think that the Tempest is a cracking bargain, and I'd agree. So one downside to the Tempest for me, it's only got 2 bottle cage mounts on the down tube and the seat tube, none under the frame, none on top for a bag. For your 1,599, the components you get on it, they're alright, but you probably want to look at upgrading them. I've left all the Selkoff running gear on it, i.e. the bars, the stem, the seat post. They're alright, they do a job. I'm going to change the bars soon because there's not enough flare on them. The Selkoff Bikepacking forks, which I spec'd extra, but they were free, really good for a handy bit of extra storage. The major downside of those forks, and I don't know if it's the forks or the bike's geometry, you get a bit of speed wobble over about 18 mile an hour when you've got bags on the front. Now that's quite common with a lot of bikes. Never used to happen with my last one, and I've made sure that both bags are equally distributed weight wise, nothing too heavy. I've even gone as light as just putting noodles and stuff in them and tea bags. Still get the little speed shimmy. So it's worth bearing in mind. It doesn't exacerbate and get any worse, but it is a bit annoying. And the first couple of times it happened, it was a bit unnerving if I'm honest. Gearing. I've got a 42 front chain ring 1x paired to an 1144 cassette on the back. Spot on. Does 95% of the cycling I need to do. The only time I thought it was lacking was on Land's End to John O'Groats, when some of the hills were really steep and we were fully loaded. Not the end of the world. You can walk a bit, can't you? On the roads, on the flat, with that gearing, I can get about 23 mile an hour before I start to spin out. So that's 40 front, 11 on the back. It's not bad. Most of my riding is generally touring or gravel riding. I'm not looking at doing 35 mile an hour. I can do that downhill, but on the flats, 25 mile an hour is about where you're at. If you did want to change that, you can always change your front chain ring, but bear in mind you go to a bigger front chain ring, you make it harder on the hills. So how does the frame ride? Beautiful. Love the frame. Very comfortable. You know, it's very little road buzz. Like I said, I've ridden it 4,500 miles since I bought it just under a year ago, and it's been amazing. The original wheels that came on the bike, Fulcrum 9s, I think it's spec with some Mavics now. They're alright, they're a fairly hefty wheel, they're pretty robust. put them on my winter bike. They're fine. I upgraded to some Hunt wheels and I've chucked a Dynamo on to help with the touring. Brakes, no real problems with them. Work, functional. Shimano pads were great, they lasted quite a while. I then changed some Epic bleed solution pads that I like to use, and again, just as good. No modulation under braking, they feel spot on. Mechanically, I've had no major issues with the bike whatsoever. I've had to adjust no cables, not had to adjust the brakes. Been absolutely spot on. It's got 12mm through axles, nice and standard these days on a road or a gravel bike. So total weight out of the box, about 11.5 kilos. You can bring that down by changing the fitting kit, can't you? Change your bars, your stem and your wheels. The wheels that came with my bike were rubbish. WTB Nanos. They went in the, well, not the bin, they went in the pile really quickly. I changed them for something a little bit more robust and I've had no issues. Winter Schwalbe G1 bikes, summer Gravel King SKs, had no problems. So my honest review, apart from the forks and the overloading and the shimmy, would I buy the bike again? Honest opinion, would I spend £1,600 of my money on the Planet X Tempest Titanium? If I have my time again, 100% yes. It's a lovely bike, it rides smooth, with a few little upgrades. It's a beautiful bike. The frame clean's lovely, it's been robust, it's been reliable. I've had no issues with it and I've travelled 4,500 miles. 100% bang for buck. It's one of the best gravel titanium bikes I think you can get in the UK. So great job Planet X. If you've only found my channel through this video, then please have a look at the channel, give us a like and a subscribe. It'd be very much appreciated and it's totally free to do. Thank you.